And welcome to the ETF Edge portion of Halftime Report. I'm Bob Pisani. After being ignored by investors for many years, dividends are hot again. Why? Let's talk with Simeon Hyman. He's the global investment strategist at ProShares, who runs the ProShares S&P 500 Dividend Aristocrats ETF. That holds the S&P 500 stocks that have increased dividend payments annually for at least 25 years. Simeon, I reported Friday that we're seeing record payouts for dividends this quarter from the S&P 500. Big heights from companies like Halliburton, Lennar, Wells Fargo. Why are dividends a hot topic right now in the investment community?
So first, I'll take Oz with your first comment, because we've seen consistent flows into Noble, which is about $10 billion, the S&P 500 Dividend Aristocrat Fund, consistently over the years. And that, I think, is the key here. Not just to focus on the folks who maybe have a cyclical opportunity to do an unusually large dividend increase, but the consistent ability to do so. So these aristocrats, as an example, at the depths of the pandemic, grew their dividends 14% in 2020, 10% last year. That consistency and quality is key. But to your point, timely, absolutely. It's a very important hedge against inflation. Growing those dividends consistently and in excess of even elevated levels of inflation are really important. And finally, dividends are such a powerful signal. Nobody wants to cut a dividend. If you increase your dividend, that's management telling you they have some confidence going forward.
Yeah, and with lower expected returns, of course, a 2% dividend yield can make a big difference in your total return. Let me just change the subject a little bit. We last had you on in October when you launched the very first Bitcoin futures ETF, BITO. That was quite an event. Bitcoin prices went up going into that launch, but essentially they've been moving down since then. How is the Bitcoin futures ETF trading? How well is it tracking Bitcoin?
You know, I think that's one of the most powerful stories here. We've seen continuous inflows even during this downturn in Bitcoin prices. So that in and of itself is an important comment on the staying power of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So that's really important. We're seeing very good tracking to underlying spot Bitcoin. The fund is doing exactly what it's supposed to do, and it trades very, very well. In fact, Bitcoin volumes, the futures market that Bitcoin follows, is actually trading substantially more volume than the largest U.S. Bitcoin exchange. So there's a lot of volume, there's a lot of liquidity, there's a lot of trading in the ETF, and very good tracking to spot.